welcome everybody to a south of the border cheat day review, as today we try Mexican Coke. This is called many things, but officially I guess it's called Coca-Cola from Mexico, but some people call it Mexican Coke or mexicoke. Now, I have since reviewed the domestic United States Coca-Cola, which was absolute trash. Maybe Mexican Coke will change my idea of what Coke could taste like, and it could actually be a decent soda. Now, what is the difference between regular Coke you could find here in the United States and Coke from Mexico? Well, Coke from Mexico is sweetened with cane sugar, as here in America it's sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. I did some digging, and the story and the history about Mexican Coke is quite crazy. So let's get into it. The history of Mexican Coke goes back to 1921 when Coca-Cola opens up its first bottling plant in Mexico. Now, with any kind of soda or drink that is manufactured worldwide, every region has a somewhat different formula as to how they make the same drink, and it tastes a little different. So in Mexico, Coca-Cola naturally just tasted a little different than it did in the United States. So as immigrants from Mexico now living in the United States were used to the Coca-Cola that they tasted growing up in Mexico, Mexican Coke started showing up in bodegas and Mexican shops in the United States, so the immigrants could have that familiar taste that they know and love. Now, over time, natural United States citizens started taking notice that there was a different type of Coca-Cola being sold in their country, and they liked it a whole lot more. So by 2009, Mexican Coke started becoming more widespread in the US, and it started being sold in non-Mexican stores such as Costco, Kroger, and Sam's Club. Now here is something that blew my mind completely. In 2017, domestic Mexican Coke within the country of Mexico went from cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup. So the Mexican Coke that you actually buy in Mexico really isn't the Mexican Coke you could buy in the United States. So yeah, by 2017, domestic Mexican Coke is being made with corn syrup, but they have stuck with the imported Mexican Coke to the United States to still have cane sugar. Crazy, confusing story, but that is the story behind Coca-Cola from Mexico. So how Coca-Cola from Mexico is bottled and sold is in these classic glass bottles, and the cap is a non-twist-off cap. You still have to use a bottle opener to drink out of it. And this is because they market this stuff in the United States as a sense of nostalgia. So on the official Coca-Cola website, at least for Canada, it reads Coca-Cola from Mexico. 100% authentic, 100% imported. All the way from Mexico comes the iconic taste of classic Coca-Cola made with natural flavors and cane sugar for your enjoyment. And it's brought to you in the curvy contoured bottle that makes this carefully crafted recipe from Mexico so recognizable. This is probably the first time I'm going to be opening a bottle with a bottle opener in about 2 years. Some of you may be asking, what, don't you drink beer? Don't you? No, I don't.
What do you mean you don't drink beer? What are you, some kind of...
There we go. Mexican Coke. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's actually not bad. Well, that was quite an experience, and it was smooth. I'm kind of feeling a little laid back. I kind of feel a little chill right now. Drinking this, it made me feel less violent. Because when you drink a Coca-Cola from the United States, you just feel more harsher. Like you just get more angrier and irate. But, It seems to have the taste of what Coca-Cola is trying for in the United States. It still has that very syrupy Coca-Cola taste, but it's not harsh. When you first drink this, there is just a huge bubbly effect, like a bunch of just fizz right there. But it's a smooth type of fizz. And then you get overloaded almost. It's almost too much of a cola taste. And that's where the syrupiness kind of kicks in. It's a little overload, but it's not over the top. But it's right there on the line. So it's like a perfect balance. And then it finishes with a very clean, crisp Coca-Cola taste. Cane sugar, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, caffeine. That's it. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If I could finish this whole bottle of Coca-Cola, that lets you know that it's actually very good. Now, I've read online there's some people saying that there's like some sort of placebo effect. Some people can't tell the difference between American Coke and Coke from Mexico, but I could definitely tell a difference. Mexican Coke is definitely a lot better than American Coke. Now, is it better than Pepsi? No, not by a long shot, but I will say that this is definitely ranking pretty high on sodas I actually like. So like I said, it gives you a smooth, fizzy hit at first, and then you get almost overloaded with the cola flavor in the middle, and then it just finishes clean and smooth at the end. Very enjoyable soda. I rank this an 8 out of 10. Definitely pick it up. I found this at Dollar General, of all places in town. So it's getting more and more widespread. If it's gotten here to the Midwest, then I'm sure it's anywhere else here in America. Definitely pick it up. I recommend it. Mexican Coke, mexicoke, Coke from Mexico, whatever you want to call it. It's always having this sticker slapped on it for nutrition facts, and it kind of has some Spanish on there as well. So, yes, Mexican Coke, 8 out of 10. Definitely pick it up. I recommend it. And that is it for this cheat day review. Thank you guys for watching. I am DJ Glowing Ice, always wanting to remind you that it's okay to cheat every once in a while. And your question of the day. If anybody has ever given you one line of positive reinforcement that has stuck with you forever, what is that? What did they say to you? What was the reasoning? Whatever. Mine was, I was quitting radio. It was like one of the last days I was at the radio station before I was just leaving. And the one cool guy that was actually cool with me at the time worked down in the basement area. And he'd been on radio for a while. He knew the game. He was, in and out of doing certain things. I think he was working in marketing at the time. And he knew I was just kind of feeling horrible about everything, and oh man, this isn't what I wanted, and I need to do something else with my life. He turned to me and he said, "Hey, you got a really powerful and creative mind. Don't let that go to waste. Use it to your advantage." And I was just like, all right, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, okay, you're gonna give me a radio station to work at? But that's always stuck with me, because positive reinforcement, especially at that time, was very rare. What's something that someone has said to you that was very positive and has stuck with you your entire life? Drop it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Peace out.